sometimes that is better.
Robert Murphy's asking a great question. What horror in the last decade is a 10 out of 10 in your opinion? Coherence, which may not be obvious horror, but would be my choice, could be described as cosmic horror. I just watched this movie for the first time, and I loved it. I don't know if I'd call it a 10 out of 10, but I fucking loved it. Like, great movie. I don't, you know what? I'm not even going to say anything about it because this is a perfect go into it blind movie, in my opinion. Check it out if you have not seen Coherence, though. Thank you to Jesse, by the way, if Jesse's out there, from Jesse's Storytime Spectacular. Big shout out to my friend there. He recommended this one to me, and I loved it. 10 out of 10. I'm trying to think. So I'm going to make this even harder for myself because I think that's fun. I'm going to just talk about the 2020s, if there has been a 10 out of 10, in my opinion. Honest to God, I feel like The Invisible Man from 2020 was a 10 out of 10. I have watched it so many times since its release, and the more I watch it, the more I'm like, oh my God, this might be Leigh Whannell's best movie. It's phenomenal, and it is so subtle in how scary it is. It is so subtle because it's all about like domestic violence, it's all about abusive relationships, and they do that commentary from a distance. And I think that's what makes it so much scarier. You're only seeing it from the perspective of the victim in that situation. And to that, it builds up the abuser character in a much scarier light. You don't see the guy, you don't hear a lick of dialogue from him until the end of the movie. And that to me just makes it so much more scarier because he also, like, if you hadn't seen the rest of the movie before that, and you just watched that one scene at the end of the film, you would just think he's a regular guy. And that's what's so real and scary about it, is because that's very close to reality about how it is. Like, these people just seem like normal people. And then you find out one day they're just fucking names are in the news. Oh shit, they're doing all this nasty shit behind the scenes. That's fucking scary. And in my opinion, Invisible Man 2020 is the very best movie I personally have ever seen that has done that kind of commentary because of the way it's set up. So for that, it's a 10 out of 10. It's a perfect movie. I fucking love it. Scared the hell out of me too the first time I watched it. Wow. Like, I was upset at leaving the theater from that one. So I don't know. For me, like, one of my favorite horror movies from this decade has been that. But I'm trying to think what else. I really liked X. I really liked The Black Phone has really grown on me too. Man, this is so tough. Barbarian is up there, like way up there for me. Barbarian is a 10 out of 10, I think, in my opinion. Some people don't like that one though. That's a controversial choice. But I feel like most people could relate to the Invisible Man, which is why I put it up there so high. But I love Barbarian for being weird. It makes so many weird, crazy, upsetting choices that you're like, no fucking way do we just do all that setup and now we're back at square one after fucking 30 minutes. Like, what? Holy shit. I love that though. I love when you just say fuck it with your storyline. No, we're doing this now. And somehow that will maybe connect to the thing that we just saw. I don't know. And that's what's great about Barbarian. You genuinely are just left guessing for so long. Like, what am I watching? Who is this guy? And I don't want to say any more if you haven't seen it, but watch it. It's so good. There's no physical release of it, which fucking sucks, but it's a great movie.